14 is rolling out to the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, and that is fantastic news. Like, I'm really excited about that. I haven't received it yet, but I'm letting you guys and gals know so you can check on your phone to see if you got it already. And it's great because we're finally at the front of the line. We're not at the back of the bus. We're not a mile behind everybody else on the trail anymore. We are right out the front of the gate. Like, started rolling out apparently 2 days ago, and I didn't realize it till tonight. I was doing some research. I've been checking. I don't have it yet. Hopefully I get it very soon. But yeah, right there about the same level as Samsung pushing it out to some of their latest phones, and we beat OnePlus, so that's pretty cool. And one thing, of course, I appreciate is the commitment to keeping this very near stock experience, and they don't really do a whole lot to it, and I appreciate that. I like One UI for what it is with Samsung. It's a very enjoyable experience, but they're like the only kind of custom UI overlay for Android that I enjoy. I don't like any of the other stuff. Now, I will say, though, that Oxygen OS is pretty nice. It's refreshing, like a breath of fresh air. They've done a good job with that. But really, my two favorites have been, the last couple of years, the stock Android experience with Google with Material U, and then I like One UI. And then, of course, I like what Sony does here. There's very straightforward, very simple, not a whole lot of craziness going on, just built on the principle of efficiency, simplicity, and speed. Especially, you've got the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2. I love this phone. And it's funny because I think it confuses some people when I say I love this phone and it's my favorite phone, even though I don't think it's the best phone. And I just made a video yesterday talking about the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra being the king of flagship smartphones. And I think it's the best. One, I think it's the best phone that Samsung has ever made. Two, I think it's the best flagship phone of 2023. However, this one's my favorite. So it's very, very possible for this phone in every area not to be as good as the S23 Ultra, but still, it is my personal favorite, and I think it's the best phone for me. Some people don't seem to understand that, but I think the S23 Ultra is an overall better phone across the board. I mean, it's got DeX, it's got the S Pen, it actually has facial unlocking on the front-facing selfie camera, but there's a lot of stuff that I love about this phone. I love the simplicity. I love the manual. Like, you've got complete manual control of the cameras on here. I love the continuous zoom. I love the dedicated shutter button. I love the Venice CS filter. I love being able to shoot 4K 60 on every single one of the camera lenses. Like, Sony puts a lot into these phones that a lot of people really don't understand and appreciate what makes it so special, because it's not as flashy, right? And also, it's kind of been outside people's access, I think, because the phones are so expensive. The Xperia 1 Mark IV was $15.99 last year, for Pete's sake. This one's still $13.99. I think it's a good price for what you get. It's kind of a boutique, very niche phone. So, of course, yes, the cost to produce them is going to be higher, and they're going to charge more money for it. But this is very much a camera enthusiast phone. This is a very, very special phone. It's not a very mainstream phone. But also, there are other things that, you don't get 4 years of operating system updates. You don't get 5 years of security patches. But what it makes up for that, you have the headphone jack. You can connect it and use it like a monitor. You can connect and use a microphone with this. You can also use the apparatus that they made for the Sony Xperia Mark IV for the gaming. You can plug in a LAN cable. You've got pass-through charging. You can do some really great gaming on here. You can connect it to an external monitor. I mean, I see what they talk, like, everybody was all up in arms about shot on iPhone, and then they found out they used all this professional equipment and lighting. Duh. Of course they're going to do that. And then they did the same thing with Samsung before. Imagine if they did a shot on Sony and they made one with all that professional equipment and used this phone. I would love to see what they could create with that. Like, I'm not a professional photographer or videographer at all. I think you know that from watching my videos. But I do have a special place in my heart for this phone. And they just took all the problems I had with it last year and fixed all of them. Which, I mean, a lot of phones did that, because last year was not a great year for phones. The Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 was really kind of a crappy processor, and it caused a lot of problems for a lot of folks. So the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 in here, delightful. Of course, you can put in your SD card and pop that in and out. You don't need a SIM ejector tool. You can put your SIM card in here. Everything for this is built for speed, efficiency, and simplicity, and just making some really, really good content with this phone. So they also, some of the things they added for Android 14, they make some changes to the video apps. I think additional support for connecting external monitors. And then they have this new app called Video Creator. It came out a couple of weeks ago. Sony told me about it. But you can go in and use this to create short form video. So I think that that's kind of a logical progression here with this phone, because you can do so much with the creating specialized video already. and now you can create and edit short form video straight on your phone. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to testing that out. If y'all are interested, maybe I'll make a video kind of demonstrating it and showing off what some of the capabilities are. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But they also added this new bokeh mode to the phone where you can do bokeh with 24 and 48 millimeter lenses, and it's got some neat stuff that you're supposed to be able to do there, at least from what I was reading. And just a couple updates here and there. You got some lock screen shortcuts, I think up to 4 that you can have. So very, very much excited about it. I can't wait till I get it. Mostly, I just wanted to make this video to tell y'all, hey, it's available. It's going to be rolling out, so you should have it now or very soon in the near future. I hope to get mine very soon because I'm looking forward to testing it out. I just finally got Android 14 on my Pixel Fold today. I was talking about it in my live stream this evening, or this past evening, because I'm recording it like 4 o'clock in the morning right now, 4:44 as luck would have it. And yeah, it took them, up until last night, I was stuck on the September patch with Android 13. So it's just very interesting that finally that unveiled and I got that now. But yeah, Android 14 starting to roll out for this phone, no longer at the back of the bus. You can see that Sony is committed to this platform. They're committed to their phones. They're committed to being better. And hopefully being better in the future means that they will go ahead and upgrade some things like longer commitment to software updates. That's one of the biggest things that kills this phone. It's very expensive. You can't just walk into a store and buy it. You can't get it at any carriers, especially here in the United States. So not a lot of people ever see this phone. Whenever people see it, they're like, oh, what's that? And they don't even realize that it's a phone made by Sony or that Sony makes phones anymore. And Sony makes some fantastic phones. I love the cameras. I love the dedicated shutter. I love the 4K screen. I love the form factor. So easy to use and hold one-handed. The cinematic video aspect ratio. There's a lot of intangibles here that I think are really special and help define this phone. And for people who use it, probably you watching this video and enjoy watching these videos are like me and really appreciate what Sony does with this phone. So I'm very happy to see that we're rolling out Android 14. We're not getting it months and months later. And I think that that just shows, and it continues to show the commitment. A lot of people think that Sony's just going to quit making phones. They've thought for years they're going to exit it. Look, they're very, very dedicated to continuing to make their very niche phones because they believe that this is a special thing for creators, showcase some of their great lenses, amazing sensor in here. I think that they've done a great job with this phone. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed using it this year. And I especially enjoy now that I've got my SIM card back in it because I've been reviewing so many phones over like the last 6 months. It just makes it difficult to be able to always use the phones that I want to use. So, yep, I've got a SIM card back in here. One of my 3, of course. But I love this phone, and I just wanted to share this with you guys and gals that, of course, you can go out there. Hopefully, it'll be available when you go check and hit the system update. If not, it should be there very soon because it is officially been pushed out. It is starting to roll out. So that's all I got in this video. Just wanted to share that with y'all and some of the few updates from what I've read from other people's website news updates, but that's all I got. So if you have any questions or comments, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you like this stuff, you like the Sony content, hit the like and the subscribe button and little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.